What is happening, everybody? Trey here, joined as always by my dad, Sean, and today at Reactions to the Classics, we're going to be doing a triple shot reaction to The Great Prince. This comes courtesy of our patron, Mike. Shout out to you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Looking forward to doing this one because we know a lot of Prince's 80s work.
We do.
I'm actually in the process of going through his discography. I'm in kind of the late 80s right now, but these three songs are going to be from his 90s work. Mike said that he really enjoyed them and wanted to kind of give them a little highlight to a bigger audience. So the three songs we're doing today, y'all, are going to be Gold, The Holy River, and Seven. So looking forward to those. If you're familiar at all with any Prince reactions on YouTube, you'll know that if you go to any of them, none of them are going to have the full song just because, just with the copyright and all that.
Copyright is big on Prince, yeah.
So we're just going to cut the music out, but we're going to include a full version with music and a link down below on another site that is able to have the full thing up. And then if you just want to see our reactions, you can just keep watching the YouTube video. But we're going to start this with the song Gold.
Yeah, and before we do that, I just want to tell everybody, if you'd like us to react to something or help us out, support us, check out our Patreon link below. Also hit the thumbs up. That helps us get caught up in the vaunted YouTube algorithm. And hit that big red subscribe button if you haven't already. We upload stuff every single day. Trey, I was a big Prince fan in the 80s. Loved him.
Purple Rain, one of the first three album reviews.
We did, yeah, exactly. I brought that one to you, and you loved it. Sign of the Times. We got up on the channel a full album reaction, which was fantastic. So, knew a lot of Prince, and then kind of life got in the way, you know. I went off to college. I got married. We had you, and so the music kind of faded off. So I don't know any of these three songs. I know the first one to look at it is Gold, and I know he told reporters before this album was released that it was going to be the next Purple Rain as far as song wise. It wasn't, but he was confident that it was. So that's really all I know about it. But I did find something else that I loved. The B side of this single is a response to Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz put out a song called Rock and Roll is Dead. Prince's B-side of this, he recorded a song that said, Rock and Roll is alive, and it is and it lives in Minneapolis. Wanted to make sure I got that right.
I like that, man.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
I mean, Minnesota out here, they have Prince. They got my man Bob Dylan. They got the Replacements. Really churning out some of my favorite groups and artists, actually.
And if you're in the UK and you happen to have, it said a limited edition gold CD single was released in the UK, housed in a gold jewel case. That'd be pretty cool to get your hands on. So I guess
all right. Well, as always, we're gonna have the lyrics pulled up, y'all. Might make one or two comments, but since the copyright, really just gonna save the comments on the song for the end, and then we'll move on after that to the Holy River. But let's get into this Gold by Prince. I'm excited for it. Gold by Prince, man. What talk about a jam-packed song with a lot going on.
Yeah, man.
I did enjoy the keyboards in there. They weren't overpowering. They weren't too synth laden or taken away from just kind of the vibe of the song.
I agree 100%. We come across that a lot where it does take away, where it's just too heavy, but Prince was a master at arrangement, so yeah, the subtlety of it is fantastic.
And the chorus, very catchy, man. Really, and just kind of, it's kind of tough to interpret the lyrics off of a first listen, but it starts in verse 1, there's a mountain and it's mighty high, you cannot see the top unless you fly. There's a molehill of proven ground. There ain't nowhere to go if you hang around. And then verse 2, he kind of switches it. There's an ocean of despair. There are people living there. They're unhappy each and every day, but hell is not fashion. So what you're trying to say. So kind of that almost heaven and hell.
Yeah.
And then further in that, verse 3, there's a lady 99 years old. If she led a good life, heaven takes her soul. So maybe he's getting at that. I'm not sure, but I did enjoy it, man. And I like the guitar solo kind of at the end. Long outro.
Long outro, and then this is credited to the New Power Generation with Prince, so they have that little spoken word at the very end.
Yeah.
Saying you're now an official member, Trey, of the New Power Generation.
I guess if this was the last song.
Yeah. So I guess, you've been baptized, so to speak. We'll keep with the religious themes into the New Power Generation.
But killed it on the guitar. I'm glad they added that solo in there.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good song, man.
So now we're going to go to The Holy River.
Let's do it, man.
So this was released on Emancipation, which was a year after what we just heard. So
yeah, and some say it's a story of his spiritual enlightenment and his decision to marry. I've been trying to look at this poor woman's name. I'm going to butcher her name. Mate Garcia. It's probably wrong.
Mate.
Maybe. I don't know. We're going to have a pipe organ solo at the end. So that ought to be interesting. Chart-wise, didn't really do much.
Alrighty, well, let's get in it, man.
Well, you live in Belgium. If you live in Belgium, it went to number 4.
Hey.
58 in the U.S., so 19 in the U.K., but it appears that Prince was much more successful at this point in his career in the U.K.
So. Yeah, interesting. Well, those U.K. brothers and sisters are usually ahead of us Americans on the musical curve.
They most certainly are.
All right, let's get it, man. The Holy River. Wow. I didn't say much during that too, Mike, because I was just taking it in, man. That one was special.
That one was
that was unbelievable, man. I don't see that getting supplanted as my favorite on this triple shot, but maybe I'll be surprised.
It was it was unreal, man. Mike has done a fantastic job of picking these songs. This album. Yeah, it's called Emancipation.
I was looking at the site. I see we have 36 tracks.
It's 3 hours long.
Ooh.
And it's the 4th best-selling triple album of all time, but he's celebrating his freedom from Warner Brothers after 18 years. And not only that, this is the 3rd album he put out that year.
Man, yeah, Prince, it's just unbelievable how prolific he was. And I mean, there's still stuff being released, these years, and they're
insane, and
probably will be. I don't know. I know he has an absurd amount. Some Prince fans could tell us how much he has in the vault. I know it's an insane amount.
We got an upcoming podcast in our podcast about Prince or Michael Jackson. I'll just say this, and then we'll get into this song. But this song's a good example of it. Like the next song on 7, when we get into it, there might be some what we call in the music business, they call it placeholder lyrics, where rhythmically they kind of rhyme and sound good. Now, Prince doesn't do much of that. Michael Jackson did a lot of that, and these two are often compared. But you see stuff like this, and the fact that you're going to release a 3-hour album, like one of the many things I respect about the way Prince did his music is he didn't give a rip what people thought.
No.
Commercial success was not the important thing to him. Where on the other side of things, this is not a knock on Michael, but I mean, Michael absolutely cared about commercial success. He released Thriller because he wanted every single song to be a single, thought he was cheated and off the wall. Whereas on the other side, you got Prince, who's going to write a song like this, which I'm sure you're going to get into lyrically, is something that's not going to be greatly accepted on a commercial scale, but just fantastic.
I mean, he did, all the instrumentation on this. Obviously, the vocal. I mean, this maybe wasn't as impressive as the last track instrumentally, but I liked it more just because of what it's. And lyrically, I thought it was better. Not like Gold was bad by any means, but this was just you can really just kind of tell his progression, his introspection that he's having here.
For sure.
Saying you can try, but there's nothing to hide. You can't run from yourself and what's inside. You got to find the answers to the questions that you most fear. And then, as the verses progress, he notes how he's looking in all the wrong places, putting your faith in things that only make you cry. People say they love you when they want to help, but how can they when you can't help yourself?
Just fantastic introspection, man.
And then at the towards the end here, he kind of comes to the realization, I think, that he that God made him, who gave the permission to rise, the sun permission to rise up every day. If you ask God to love you longer, every breath you take will make you stronger. Keep you happy and proud to call his name. Go on and say it, Jesus. And then just as we keep going, again, then we had the love of his relationship, got married, and then the ending chorus again had that guitar. I just loved his vocals, loved the instrumentation, man.
It sounds fantastic.
Just killing it. So great choice there, Mike. And we're gonna finish this triple shot off now with the song called 7. We're going to throw it back because this looks like this from Symbol in 1992.
It is. And he co-wrote this song. There's actually 3 writers on this song. Jimmy McCracklin, Lowell Fulson, and Prince. So it also did pretty well on the charts. I mean, this one Prince was still, coming right out of those 80s a little bit early. It went to number 7 on the Hot 100. Was in the 20s in the UK, so not quite as successful. No one really knows what this song's about. I referenced in the last song. It could be a placeholder on some of the lyrics. 7 doesn't have anything to do with Jehovah's Witnesses. You know, Prince was devout Jehovah's Witness. No one's been able to find anything on that. One of the background singers asked him, what are the lyrics I'm singing mean? And he just smiled at her. Some people say it has reincarnation based with the Hindu faith. Some people say it's the 7 deadly sins. I don't know. I haven't read the lyrics. I purposely stayed away from it. So we'll find out if they mean something or maybe they mean nothing.
Yeah, maybe it could just be one of those where, hey, it's whatever you make of it. So, all right, 7. Let's get it, man. Well, there you have it, 7. As we end this triple shot.
Well, what do you think on the lyrics? 7 deadly sins, you think?
I'm gonna say 7 deadly sins.
I mean, I can make it work.
Yeah, because it's interesting to note too. It has some revelation from scripture kind of vibes to it. Some apocalyptic,
very much so,
aura as well. You know, mentioning they saw an angel come down. In her hand, she holds the very key. And in the distance, an army's marching, but behold, we will watch them fall. Maybe the army of Satan.
Yeah,
you know, and
that's what I was thinking.
Gonna fall down. I don't know, but I'm with you. I think you can definitely read.
Yeah, you can make it work
because he mentions the plague and a river of blood.
Yeah,
every evil soul will surely
Somewhere
die.
There he mentions blasphemy.
That's right. Yeah. So I think you can definitely read it in the 7 deadly sins, and then he mentions that there will be a new city with streets of gold. So you kind of get the heaven. The voice of many colors sings a song that's so bold. Sing it while we watch them fall. So I enjoyed the lyrics of it, and interesting musically as well. Almost like a sitar was in there a little bit.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention he sampled the 1967 song with Otis Redding.
That's right, Tramp.
Yeah, Carla Thomas. I forgot to mention that, so that's in there as well. A lot going on in this song.
Yeah, man. They're and that seems like it could have been a closer as well, but it's not. It just kind of has that vibe to it. But all right, man. Now we'll kind of say what our favorite of the 3 were on here, man. Honestly, Mike, you chose a great one. This has been one of my favorite triple shots we've ever done.
Yeah,
honestly.
I agree.
Just so much quality, so much going around. I mean, I do think, just from my estimation, Prince, at least in the last 40, 50 years, is the best musician all the way around that there's been in music, just with all that he's done.
It's hard to dispute, even if you don't like Prince. I mean, if you're watching this, you don't like Prince, but I know a lot of our people watch all our videos, which we greatly appreciate. Even if you don't really care for his music, man, you got to give him props. He is just
everything
next level on stuff.
But for me, man, my favorite would be, I'd probably put them in order. I liked all of the songs, but if I had to put them in order, I'd go Holy River, Gold, and 7.
That would be my exact order as well. Liked them all too,
but man, Holy River is
River's, very special. But all 3 of them, what tremendous choices out there, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So let us know what you think of these tracks down below. And Mike, again, man, shout out to you and all our patrons that help us out.
Thank you, guys.
As always, Dad, appreciate the research and tidbits, man. And until next time, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Happy listening, and we will see ya.